Hey everyone, welcome back to the Centered Leader Podcast, where our goal is to help you live a life as a leader centered on Christ. And today I am joined with the Shane Seegers.
Hey. What's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
You doing good?
Yeah, good to be here.
Are you back to swimming more frequently? I always see the towel in your car and it freaks me out because I think there's somebody sitting in it, like with like a hoodie. But it's just a towel on your seat.
Yeah.
Could you beat Michael Phelps?
No, I could not beat Michael Phelps.
What's your lap time? I don't even know if that's a thing. Is that a thing? Like, do you time it?
No, I swim for a period, not per lap.
Do you like put the little like Apple Watch? Like, do you wear your Apple Watch when you swim?
No.
You don't track your swims?
No.
Man, you start tracking your swims.
Watch the clock.
Watch the clock?
Yeah.
What kind of stroke do you do?
I do freestyle,
the doggy
paddle, breaststroke,
Uh-huh.
freestyle. Then do this kickboard thing, you know.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
Swimming's actually really healthy
it's
for
good.
you. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to take care of my body, even though it might not look like it. I'm trying.
Trying, yes. No, swimming's really good. And pickleball. You need to get back on the pickleball court. When was the last time you picked up a pickleball paddle?
I don't know. It's been a while. My son went to college, and he took our pickleball rackets.
Oh, no.
So, but
he's home now, right?
He is home
so
now.
Now you have no excuses.
No excuses.
Yeah, unless they're all broken, because that's a
There
possibility
is one
too.
that's broken. There is one that's broken, but we won't get into it.
Yes, yeah. Did you break it?
No, I did not break it.
Okay. Did anybody in your family break it?
Mr. Competitive broke it.
Okay. I didn't know if it was Janelle or
no, Mr. Competitive.
Okay. Yeah. No, awesome. Well, hey, today we are talking about leadership. We're talking about how motives matter. Motivation in your leadership matters.
Yeah.
The best kind of leader is a selfish leader, right?
No, selfless.
oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, selfless, not selfish. Yeah. Everybody would probably agree with that one. Yeah, we love selfish leadership. No, so Shane, kind of walk us through the motivation in leadership, especially leadership in ministry, and especially when we're talking about connect groups and leading people and ministering to people. What does that look like? How can you tell if motives are off in leadership?
Well, first of all, I want to go back to what Jesus says about being a leader. And he says, that the world likes to lord their leadership over people.
Yeah.
And it's about them and their position and their power. But he looks at them and goes, but among you, that's not how it's going to be. Mm-hmm. You're actually going to be in the role of a servant.
Yeah.
And so that's how, for us as Christians, leadership is always looked at. Yeah. It is looked at as how can we serve people.
Yes.
And so, servant leadership, we want to meet people's needs and help them. It's not what do we get out of our leadership, you know, but what can we give to other people. And I think that's what Jesus is saying. So, when it comes to what's our motives in that, that's where we have to start.
Yeah.
We want to be people who our motive is not what we get, but what we have the opportunity to give.
Yes.
And now the great thing is, because God's so awesome, is that even when he said this is the best way for service and leadership to happen is when you think of the needs of others and not just yourself. God does it that while we're being selfless, he's wired it so that it still benefits us.
Yeah.
So, that's great because we know that it will be satisfying, it will be fulfilling. And another thing is that God sees everything.
Yes.
So we know that there will be, our service will be rewarded.
Yeah.
And again, our intention is not, I'm doing this because what I'm going to get out of it. But God has just done it in such a way that when we give or when we serve, it benefits others. God has wired it to where it does good in our lives, and ultimately God sees everything. So even if people don't appreciate your leadership or appreciate your service or recognize it, God sees it.
Yeah.
And he will affirm us and celebrate and reward us for those acts of service.
Yeah, and something that you always say in Next Steps, too, to really paint the picture for new people coming into Centerpoint, and kind of behind the scenes is you always say, hey, this is a church that is where it is church done by you, not church done for you.
Right.
And I think that is a big mindset shifter, especially in today's culture, because it's like, hey, with restaurant culture, everything is filmed, everything is it's me centric. If you mess up, it's I'm gonna show you how bad you messed up, and you need to serve me, and you need to do this right. But it's, hey, when you walk into Centerpoint, hey, this is church done by you, not for you. We will equip you to do the work. But
the world is definitely wired to where it values services.
Yes.
That's how things are sold or marketed. What will you get out of this?
Yeah. Subscriptions.
Everything. And, it's something that God just revealed to me, is that while the world might value services, God values servants.
Yeah.
And he's done everything possible to help us fulfill that. I mean, he calls us to it. It's a privilege to serve.
Yes.
A lot of people, because we try and get people involved in ministry, because we know that when you're involved in ministry, you're going to grow.
Yeah.
God's going to be at work in your life to help you grow. God's given you a spiritual gift, which is given for the benefit of the church.
Yes.
So even what he gives you to do is for the benefit of others. And we want people to serve in all capacities, even serving in leadership, because we know that that's the way the church is going to benefit as a whole, the way you will benefit and grow, because you'll be trusting God as you answer the call, as you use the gift that he's given you, as you step into these circumstances that are sometimes trying and difficult and what might feel like burdensome, but those are things that God stretches us and uses to grow us to become the people he wants us to be, and he rewards us for it. So, I mean, serving is an incredible thing that God has thought a lot about.
Yes.
Not only what needs to be done, but how to do it and how to make sure people are doing it. And it's an incredible thing. But it's so important because, again, going back to how the world views leadership, there can be a sense of, I want to be recognized as the leader. Whether they want the position or the title or what feels like the power, which is kind of funny. I just want you to know, there's a lot of people go, man, I wish I could be a pastor. Trust me, being a pastor, you just welcome to a world of nobody doing what you ask.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Just having a title doesn't give you any more influence in someone's life, is all I'm joking about. But, that's what I want, because people can be disappointed because sometimes leadership is a thankless position.
Yeah.
You recognize it when it's not there, and sometimes it's easy to complain about, but no one ever recognizes it or appreciates it when it's going well or functioning the way it should. It's kind of like, well, that's expected. And that's hard because we ask people when they serve and step up into leadership to give selflessly. And at times it might not be recognized by other people.
Yeah. I can tell a lot about a leader, not by the way that they're on a stage or not by the way that they're in front of people, but the way that they plunge a toilet. And I say that in all sincerity because I worked at a Christian camp, and man, I had to plunge some toilets, and there's some metaphors even in there too. Yeah. Man, when leaders, when things are going bad, when crap is happening all around you and you're plunging away with a smile on your face. Yeah. I got rewarded a golden plunger one summer because of how many toilets I plunged. Yeah. And how there was a kids camp, they would always stuff leaves down the toilet, see how many leaves they could stuff down a toilet. But in all seriousness, man, you can tell a lot about a leader by the way that they serve and their heart behind it. Man, we've done some service projects with some leaders, and just, I mean, we were actually in a bathroom here recently with one of our leaders, and man, they were just smiling, cracking jokes, and praying over the project. And it was one of the most disgusting environments, but it wasn't about them. It was about serving.
Yeah. And Galatians even tells us, not to think of yourself as too important. I mean, we should serve everyone.
Yes.
We're not that important.
Mm-mm. No.
And leaders see needs, because that's why leadership really exists. Leadership exists to deal with challenges and problems.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, who do you turn to when things aren't going well? It's like, well, someone who's leading, who's looking out for the good of everyone, and who's making hard decisions. And that's important to understand, that leadership exists to help deal with people's challenges or to solve problems in a situation. And just think about how many problems can exist in the life of a church when you look at we all have challenges in our lives. And then you start to look at the number of people at Centerpoint, the number of people who are in connect groups, just the number of people who are in one connect group. And you begin to look and go, well, how many challenges or issues or struggles or problems do each of these people have? And I'll tell you, it's not small, because every person has multiple challenges that are going on.
And it comes in cycles.
And that's why we really want connect groups to be the way that we care for people.
Yes.
Because we've been intentional about, just like you said, this is church not done for you, where we're just trying to meet everyone's needs and be a chaplain.
Yeah.
This is church done by you. And so the staff, we see ourselves as equippers. We want to encourage, call, and equip people to the ministry that God has for all of us. Because what we do know, if we're only relying on a few handful of people to meet everyone's needs, that's a bad model.
Yes.
And it's bad in at least two ways, probably more. But I'll tell you the specific ways it's bad. First, everyone's needs will not be met.
Yep.
Because there's not enough of those people to go around to meet everyone's needs. And second of all, if that's the model that we're running, it's going to kill the person who's trying to meet every need, because they are giving out more than is possible to meet all that.
Yeah. We'll have a new staff every week.
And so one of the things that God has revealed to us is the church is like a body.
Yes.
And the body has many parts, and every part has a function and a role to play. And if your body's going to be healthy, the best way is to have every part, every member doing what it's designed to do. And just think, as a leader, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to encourage a small group of our people to be able to care for each other, to use their gifts, to make sure that each member's activated and caring for each other, not just even you just caring for them.
Yeah.
We want you to challenge them to begin to care for each other and for others. And so it's a great thing about how we can look at serving in leadership, not just how do we meet your needs, but how do we get all the needs met?
Yeah. And it's a beautiful thing when it's happening. Like, I was at a connect group last night, and they started telling stories about how how different people had carried different burdens at different times in the connect group, and it was so powerful. I mean, they were telling a story about, I had the surgery, and this person came over and sat with me after, and this person, my daughter was going through, chemo treatments, and they were praying, and they were sending stuff to the hospital, and they were doing meals for us, and they were there for us, and they were there with us. That is the model.
Yeah.
That is connect groups. That's leadership. That's shepherd.
Yes. And that requires someone looking and listening, so you can be aware of what the needs are, because a lot of times people aren't aware of the needs.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we're private people. We don't want to let people know we're having a certain struggle, or maybe because we're private, or maybe we're like a lot of people. It's like, well, I don't want to be a burden on someone else. I don't want to put my problem on someone else.
Yeah.
But this is, again, God's called us to carry one another's burdens and to walk with each other and help each other. And again, the best way to do it is to break it down so one person is not carrying an inordinate amount of those burdens, but that we can, what's the word I'm looking for?
Spread it out.
Spread it out, on a fair amount that everybody can carry. But it's important for us as leaders to make sure that we're being selfless. We're not just focused on ourselves, because it's easy to see our own needs, our own problems. But what a leader does is begins to look beyond themselves to others.
Yeah.
And then when we're in those groups, by listening, we can hear when people are saying, oh, so-and-so passed away, or so-and-so's dealing with this difficulty, or I'm having this problem. You hear it, or you see it.
Yeah.
And there's lots of ways you can see it. You can see it because it's in front of you, or you can begin to see it because the person begins to not show up.
Yep.
And, a lot of times, if we're a selfish leader, we might think, well, they're not showing up. They must be mad at me. I must not be doing something right. I must be offending them because, we're looking at ourselves again. And the reality is there's probably a reason why that person's not showing up. And most of the time, it's really has nothing to do with you.
Yeah,
It's
nothing.
They have a need that's causing them to drift. And so if they might not have said anything about it, but if you begin to see someone's drifting, there's probably a challenge, a problem going on that you might be able to help meet.
Yeah. Yeah, and in leadership, it's hard, especially with Connect Group leadership, and this is not something that we're painting a picture of, oh, yeah, it's hunky-dory and so easy. No, you are doing life with people. It's messy, it's difficult, but there's so much joy in that. Even, our Connect Group, me and Sarah, we poured out so much in our Connect Group, but we've gotten that so much back, too, in times of need, and it's cycles. We're there for each other. And there's been times where me and Sarah walked through, and our Connect Group has realized and just rallied around us, and it's been a beautiful thing. But there are times that you'll have to carry heavy burdens as a leader. And there are times that you don't lead for, like you said, it comes back to the motivation. Why are you leading? Are you leading just so you can consume and get something out of it or get recognition? Like, oh my gosh, you're the best Connect Group leader ever. You're going to get the Connect Group leader crown this dinner. And no, we don't actually give out a Connect Group leader crown. Sorry to burst your bubble.
Yeah.
But I will say this, there are leaders that if you're having constant pity parties, you'll soon be at a party and at a table by yourself, because that's not the behavior that people want to be around, and people don't flock to leaders like that.
And not only does it not translate well to how you can influence people when it's, woe is me, because you're just focused on yourself, it also is a way that the Holy Spirit is quenched in your life.
Yeah.
Because the Holy Spirit empowers us beyond what we can naturally bear.
Yeah.
And what we can do. The life is impossible to live in our own strength. And so we're going to encounter difficulties and trials, but the Holy Spirit empowers us by faith, not how you feel, but by faith to live into it and to walk through those things. And so, it's very important, because that'll quench God's Spirit in you. But, getting back to the motive again, it's about love, which is for the Spirit.
Yeah.
And it's meeting the needs of other people. And also love has this tendency, love goes first.
Yes.
And when there's all of these needs going around, it would be very easy for everyone just to hunker down and focus on their own needs, and no needs get met. But what I want to encourage us as leaders is, even if you have a lot of needs, go first in meeting other people's needs.
Yeah.
Because that breaks this cycle of everyone just focusing on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And when you can begin to make a difference in someone else's life because of love, not because of convenience or whatever, but you're making a choice to involve, then it frees them up to begin to look at other people and their needs as well, because that need is being met.
Yeah.
And what will happen is that eventually comes back around.
Yes. Yeah.
And then all of our needs get met. So I want to encourage you that you can be in the midst of a group where it just seems like right now everybody in our group has something difficult and heavy going on.
Yeah.
There's a chance that will probably happen at some point in the next year coming up for your group. Yeah. I just want to encourage you. Don't just focus on your own challenges. Step into being able to serve someone else. And I promise you, you will see God's faithfulness.
Yeah.
I don't have to defend or tell you how it's going to happen. I just know God's character.
Yeah.
And I know his faithfulness. And even when you feel like people have not done their part, he will never let you down.
Yeah. I think it's a reality check too when you're going through, if you are, because we all find ourselves, having throwing pity parties sometimes as leaders and recognition, etc. But the reality check is when you're with your Connect group and you're sharing prayer requests and you hear people what they're going through, and then you're like, wow, I don't even want to share my prayer requests anymore because my cat's broken ankle really is not comparison to
seems insignificant
to their niece that's in the chemo ward, and so it really brings a reality check, number one, and then also it's a powerful reminder too, if you're ever in that mindset, go and serve, because usually when you become self-absorbed and self-centered, it's because you're not serving anybody and you're not looking outward.
Right. And that's one of the reasons why we call serve love in action.
Yeah.
Because it's not just talking about words. You're putting real action to meeting someone's needs.
Yeah.
And that's our mission. We want to help people center their lives on Christ by loving God, loving others, and making disciples.
Yeah.
And serving is such an important part of that. But being a servant leader is the one who helps us to have the proper motive and to see the needs and to take the initiative.
Yeah.
And, you guys are, as our leaders, are spark plugs for that. God will empower the people, but you're helping people to catch that vision and to see needs and to step into it. And leadership and service at whatever level has a momentum to it.
Yes.
And the momentum grows when you just start moving, when you just step into it.
Yeah.
It's easy to see a need and not respond to it.
Yeah.
But if you want God to be active and present in your life, then join him in meeting the needs of other people. Because I know that this is God's heart, because God is love.
Yeah.
And that's what serving is, love in action.
Yep.
And when you see a need and you step into it, 1 John tells us, then God's love is brought to fullness in us. And so there's a lot of people go, well, even as leaders, I'm not experiencing God as much as I feel burned out or whatever. I just want to encourage you. Step into some of those things, even when you don't feel it, and you will be amazed at what God does. And that's real important. And I also want to go back to, in the Bible, in Timothy and Titus, what are known as the pastoral epistles. Paul is writing to Timothy and Titus, telling them these are the types of leaders we need in church, and they're called elders, and they're really looked at as almost like spiritual parents.
Yeah.
And as a spiritual parent, I'm constantly meeting the needs of my children, and I never look at my child and go, "This is what I need from you."
Yeah.
I mean, well, there are things I need you to listen. I need, but I mean, I'm meeting needs regardless of what they need to do. And he takes those same ideas and applies them to us as spiritual leaders.
Yeah.
And, one of the things that he makes is what I call influence blockers and influence boosters, where he says, a leader should not be easily angered, a brawler, a drunkard, greedy, because all of those things are when leaders are focused on themselves.
Yeah.
But he says, they should be patient and encouraging and wise. Those are all things where I'm focused on other people.
Yes.
And if you want to have your leadership blocked, well, then focus on yourself.
Yeah.
But if you want to see your influence and your leadership blossom, focus on other people and what you can give to them. And I promise you will never be disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, thank you for this conversation. I think just in closing, what would you say to a Connect group leader who is kind of maybe, maybe just going through the emotions of it and really feeling like, man, I feel like my group just doesn't appreciate me. What would you say to that group leader that maybe's like, maybe they would come to you or maybe they would come to us and be like, hey, my group just doesn't appreciate me. I just don't even know why I'm leading Connect Group. They don't even care. Yeah. Half of them don't even show up.
Yeah. And, you know, that can be a reality for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I would say a couple things. One, I would say in leadership, you can't always judge how well you're doing or how faithful you're doing on how well they respond.
Yeah.
Because you're not responsible or in control of their response.
Yeah.
But you are in control of how you serve, how you lead, and we leave those results to God. So first of all, a lot of times, a lot of the disappointment is they don't feel like they're seeing the results in someone's life. And I just want you to know that God doesn't ever waste anything.
Yes.
There's seeds that you're planting. Sometimes there's hard ground that you're breaking up. Sometimes you're just a presence in their life that they're not even really open to yet.
Yeah.
But God is at work in every single one of those instances and seasons to bring about his plan. And I just want to encourage you, don't give up. The other thing I would say is, you know, sometimes we can be frustrated. We don't see the results we want. But when it comes to being appreciated, you have to remember what we're doing in ministry. We're helping people to turn from a sinful life focused on themselves to a loving life focused on others.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but that's a process.
Yes.
And all of us are on it. And sometimes in that journey, we are people who are more focused on ourselves than other people.
Yeah.
And that's the nature of ministry. We are working with people not as they should be, but where they are.
Yes.
And that's a reality. And sometimes they're not going to respond the way Christ would want them to respond.
Yep.
And you cannot allow their responses to stop you from carrying out what God has positioned and called you to do. And I'll give you one example of why this is important. And it's a big one, because I'm glad Jesus decided to still go to the cross and die, even when there were people spitting on him and telling him that, you know, that he was not following God's plan for him. And it didn't look like it was being accepted or appreciated. But he knew this is what God called him to do, and he did it anyways. And we now see the results of all of that.
Yeah.
And I believe God will work through your sacrifices in ways that you couldn't imagine either.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
That help?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and in your leadership, you know, control the controllables, and there's very little that you can control, but you can control your reaction, and you can control how consistent you are as a leader.
Yeah.
And so control those
and
leave the rest to God.
Yeah, and just know that when you get tired, rest.
Yeah.
Don't make decisions when you're at an emotional low or tired or hangry.
To avoid temptation, halt.
Yeah.
Never get too hungry, angry, lonely, or tired.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's going to be and Satan is going to try and get you in every single one of those places.
Yeah.
So that he can attack you.
Yep.
And especially when you're alone.
Yeah.
And I just want you to know you're not alone here as a leader.
Yeah.
Even though we have groups all over the place, we are open, we are here, we are for you, and we want to walk this journey with you. And when your arms get tired, we want to be, there next to like Moses holding his arms up. Yes. We want to do that for you as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And so please reach out. Seriously, if an end-of-year survey has already gone out by the time you're watching this. And so if you have not done the end-of-year survey, please do it. I've probably sent it to you 3 times by now. But please do that, because that's the way that we kind of health check to our leaders. But if there's anything that you need, seriously, as a leader, we are here for you. You're not alone in that regard.
And can I just say, I'm so glad you're doing that. I mean, Kurt has just made this ministry 1,000 times better. And I'm thankful for you. But again, we're not doing that for ourselves.
Yeah. We're
doing those things to figure out how to serve you better. So please take advantage of those surveys and fill them out, because we're not looking for pats on the back. We're looking for concrete ways that we can help you in serving and leading better.
Yes. No, exactly. And that's the whole heart behind it, is we want to figure out how we can serve you better so that we can reach more people, disciple more people. So, yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, thank you for watching this. Thank you for listening. Make sure to share it with another leader, and we will see you on the next one.